Hey, how you doing? SPORTSROB here. Right now I'm getting a little excited. I just watched a few things about the USFL. I saw the uniforms and the helmet and the logos. Not bad. Right now we are on YouTube. Um, Kyle Laletta. If you're a Giants fan, you know who Kyle Laletta is. Um, he is going to be the Pittsburgh Maulers quarterback, it seems. He was drafted by the Giants, did back up Eli Manning for a while, and was on the team. He went to the Eagles practice squad, Browns practice squad, Jaguars practice squad. So never really. I mean, he played a couple games. I remember he came in for the Giants. Did pretty good, but the Giants let him go. Um, so he is going to be on the Pittsburgh Maulers. There's really not right now any real big Kyle Laletta really as far as I'm concerned, as far as quarterbacks who has he played some games, he backed up, he was in a he got to study behind under Eli Manning. So he's got the most NFL right now, the most NFL experience. Um, Another at a USFL. I remember a team, the Surge. I don't know if it was USFL, but I remember they had the bright green, fluorescent green that I liked. I would have loved to see a team come out with a uniform, fluorescent green and black. I mean, those are my two colors. Put them together. I love them. As far as uniforms, a lot of basic colors, schemes. Um, um, the Breakers, just dark blue, light blue, and white, kind of boring. There's the Generals, just basically look like the Chiefs. These are red, just very plain red. Um, there's a couple teams that you just look at them and you go, "Hey, that's the Chiefs." Red and yellow. Um, I don't know the names of the teams right now. I brought up the Breakers because the guy on YouTube is talking about the Breakers right now. Um, the Gamblers, I remember the Gamblers being basic, just black, just like when the Falcons were the Black Falcons. So we got the Panthers again, red, white, and like the Panthers blue. When that light blue color, but still, just there's a lot of red. There's a I don't know what team it is again, but it looks like golden red. San Francisco 49ers. You look at that uniform, you think San Francisco 49ers. I look at most of them, and I just think Chiefs because they all, even the plain red uniforms, it looks like the Chiefs. Nobody really rolled the dice with color schemes. Um, I don't know the name of the team, but they were a blue with an orange, the Broncos orange. I liked that. They were the only ones who just went, we're not going basic colors. We're not going that. I don't I don't think it's a Denver team, but they had, if you know what I'm talking about, the Denver orange. And that to me, that's my favorite uniform paint scheme or whatever you want to call it. Everyone else was just basic, a lot of red. That's all I kind of keep saying. A lot of red. A lot of teams just chose to go with basic red. I would have loved, like, I remember the USFL when it was on before. Yeah, that's how fucking old I am. But I remember the Generals were my favorite team just because I am loyal. I mean, I'm going to say loyal, but I'm not really because I live in Massachusetts my whole life and never have had a Massachusetts sports team except for the Red Sox. Even in hockey, I'm a Devils fan. So I went New Jersey Devils. But as far as uniforms, I want to say it was the San Diego Surge. If it was like, I remember it might not even, I believe it was the USFL, but I'm a little sad they didn't come back because they had that fluorescent green. I love and if someone would have just went fluorescent green and black, I kind of like Seattle throws it in there once in a while. Gamblers again, red, yellow, and black, but the black uniforms with the red and the yellow, they look fucking good. So just uniforms alone, check it out. They're on YouTube. Again, you don't know. We have another for the gamblers. We have another Clayton Thorson. Says he was a backup quarterback, 20 to 21 for the Giants. I don't remember him. I don't know who that is. I really don't. The Stallions is the team. See, I'm bringing it up now every time they show a team. The Stallions are the ones that look. You're going to look at their uniforms and go, except for the helmet, you're going to go, that's the 49ers. There is a team. Definitely look at, people are calling it the McDonald's uniform, but just bright red and bright yellow. Makes me think of, again, Kansas City Chiefs, but their helmet, bang, boom, a bright yellow, and people are just saying McDonald's because they're red and yellow, Ronald McDonald. But I thought the Kansas City Chiefs right away. The Generals, again, just went basic red and white. Yeah, kind of boring. Kind of like the Giants uniforms now. Just very fucking boring. I would love, I mean, the Giants are starting over and doing everything and blah, 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 blah. I would love to see them to go back with the Giants on the helmet, the deep blue and the red and the white, America's colors. I would love to see them go back to those kind of uniforms. They call them the throwback uniforms now. Well, let's throw it back. We did the NY. Okay, we won 2 Super Bowls with the NY. We won 2 Super Bowls with the Giant logo. Okay, it's time for the Giant logo to come back. And let's see if we can't get out there. As far as coaches in the USFL, the only notable coach is Jeff Fisher. I'm not sure what team he coaches for. But he is the only real notable coach that we have discussed. I want to say he's the coach for Tampa Bay, but I would probably be wrong. So before we get started, I just want to say welcome to All Sports History. That's the only, like, as far as they ran down the coaches, and he was the only one. I knew one of the other coaches, but not really. No, Jeff Fisher is the one that stands out. So, I mean, really nothing else. I mean, there was a draft, but they're not really talking about it much on, I don't know if they just did quarterbacks just now, and those are the only players we have right currently. But I'm assuming that Michigan. Thank you. We're doing the Michigan Panthers. Jeff Fisher is the coach of the Michigan Panthers, and they picked, and if you remember, no, Shea Patterson was supposed to be big in the NFL. I guess he had some off the field shit happen, and he really didn't make it in the NFL. But Shea Patterson is a name that, if you're a college, you should remember because he was up there as far as draft picks. I don't know if he made it to the NFL. That's something to look into. I should probably do research before I jump on and start talking. But Shea Patterson was the other big name quarterback that went to the USFL. Daryl Johnson, he's a suit in the USFL. He's in charge of player development and whatever that is. But Moose Johnson, the ex Dallas Cowboy / announcer. So I'm a little, but there's not much information. Like right now, I'm scanning while I'm talking, looking for stuff, but there's really not a lot. As far as players been drafted, we only got the quarterbacks so far, and that's that. You can find me live on YouTube right currently. It's kind of weird watching myself. See, live on YouTube. I just said it. I don't think I can reverse my camera. It's kind of weird watching myself. Hi. You're live on YouTube. I just said it. I don't think I can reverse my camera. What up? What up, everybody? Can't really see it. Oh, there it is. What up, everybody? So I'm on my wall. But a couple weeks, a week and a half, we will have the first game for USFL. It'll be the Stallions and the Generals. Yeah, let me run this down. All right, I think we got all the uniforms here. Okay, we got the Philadelphia uniform, red, yellow, and white. Definitely Kansas City Chiefs looking. They have the red jersey with the yellow pants. Kind of looks like Ronald McDonald, like they said. Then you got the New Orleans Tide, I believe it's called, and they're just like a light dark blue and a light blue and white, very plain. You got the Panthers. They have, it's kind of a darkish red color with white and the panther, the panther blue, I call it. Generals just basically went basic white. I mean red and white. The numbers are outlined in black, and the away uniform is white with red lettering with the black around that. Kind of bland. The Houston Gamblers. You got the black jersey with the gray pants and the red G on the helmet, and the numbers are outlined in red. Then you got the white uniforms. And again, Tampa Bay went red and white jersey with white pants. The away jersey is a white jersey with red numbering and red highlights and white pants. Very bland, very, again, just red and white. Again, you look at it, you either think Niners or you think Kansas City Chiefs. My favorite right now, not Pittsburgh Steelers. whatever Pittsburgh's name is, Pittsburgh Maulers, the Pittsburgh Maulers. They went dark blue, like a Bills blue, with the Buccaneers, the Broncos. Sorry, Broncos orange, white numbers outlined with the Broncos orange. On the shoulder pad area is orange, and then their away uniforms. You got the white with the blue shoulder pad area. The numbers are the Bills blue with the orange highlights around the number. My pick for best uniform right now, that catches your eye. And then you got the Birmingham Stallion, just 49ers. Just, I don't even have to describe it. Think 49ers. You got their uniform right there. Best helmet. I'm giving to the Philadelphia Stars. Just their helmet, just the bright yellow. They get number 2, even though it's a lot with the yellow and the red. And yeah, you kind of think Ronald McDonald and McDonald's ketchup and mustard, but just it stands out. The yellow against the red stands out, and the helmet stands out. No one else has. I mean, the Tide's got a blue way. I mean, kind of boring. Everybody else is, I mean, the Generals have a red helmet. The Gamblers have a black helmet. Pittsburgh has the dark blue, the Bills blue helmet with a red stripe. And the Niners have the Niners. Now, the teams, we can break down the teams. You have the Birmingham Stallions. I don't know the divisions yet. I haven't worked that out yet. The Houston Gamblers. You have the Michigan Panthers. You have the Jersey Generals, the New Jersey Generals. That would be my team to start with. The New Orleans Breakers. You have the Philadelphia Stars. You have the Pittsburgh Maulers, and you have the Tampa Bay Bandits. That's that. Those are the teams. So it starts April 16th in a couple days. It's about a week and a half away. I'm a little excited about it. I can't wait. I'm excited. I did that whole segment not looking at the camera, so I apologize to Dave for not looking at the camera. So that's that. That's the USFL. When I get more news and more, I'm gonna go online. Like, the only thing on YouTube that they had was the quarterbacks. Shea Patterson and Kyle Lauletta are the two names that I personally know. Evidently, there was another quarterback that played for the Giants and backed up the Giants. I don't remember him, but no other names except for Fisher and Moose Johnson are coming to mind. People that I know and players that I know. But the thing that the way they were doing the draft was they were doing quarterbacks. They were doing by position. Now, I don't know how they did it. I'll have to look into that. Like, who did the NFL say, okay, these were they a lot? Did they have to say, like, each team, okay, these are the guys that we will allow to be drafted by the USFL? Is that the way they did it? I'm trying to remember, and I think that's how it happened. When the USFL was out there before, each NFL team had to make available X amount of players to be drafted by the USFL. I liked Kyle Lauletta. I was a little upset when they let him go. I kind of wanted to see him replace Danny Dimes there. Not a fan. There's two reasons I don't want to make this about the Giants right now, but there's two reasons I'm not a fan of Daniel Jones. One, and mainly one, he replaced my guy, Eli Manning. So right away, didn't like him. The only thing and only way I will like him, bring me 2 Super Bowls, bring me this and that. Like Eli Manning didn't have the wins, but always gave 110%. Danny Dimes, I don't know. I don't even like calling him Danny Dimes because clearly he does not throw just dimes. When Phil Simms' replacement, Dave Brown. I hated Dave Brown. I still do. I think he was the worst quarterback to be drafted by the Giants and to play for the Giants. Dave Brown was terrible. And why? Because I feel he was the replacement for Phil Simms. Did I hate Jeff Hostetler for doing it? No, because he got the Giants a ring. I know Phil Simms laid the brickwork, but Haas knocked it out of the fucking park. So that's that. So it was good to see LaDoida. I wanted to see him get a shot with the Giants, but he never did. And then we let him go. And then practice squad. It just not. Shea Patterson. I knew him from college games. I don't know if he made it to the NFL. We can look into that. I think he did, but just never took off. Shit happened. But I remember him from college. He was like, during the draft, he was one of the big names there, Shea Patterson. I want to say he played for Urban Meyers. I do. That could be wrong. Michigan, that could be a possibility, but I don't know. So I'm excited to see what kind of product they put on the field. April 16th on Fox. The USFL coming back. See you, everybody.